Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 11 of Civilization Beyond Earth. We're playing as Franco-Iberia. Things are going relatively well. I certainly think we are in with a chance of getting a victory. KTP wants mutual open borders. And did you see that terrible lip sync? I know I was talking over it and I know I don't have the volume on very loud, so apologies for that. But just skip the video back a few seconds. She spoke and her lips didn't even move. They couldn't even be bothered to animate her. How terrible is that? So we're carrying on to the next turn here. I don't feel threatened by the AI. I think I've got a good chance of being able to get the win. I am top at score at the moment, so it should be okay. But bear in mind, as I've said, this is only the sort of third full single-player game that I've played. Although obviously I've not completed it yet, so it's not technically full. But still, this is only the third single-player game that I've actually gone in and played more than a handful of turns just to try something out. So it's going to be interesting. Now, I was trying to get this guy over here. There is a Kraken around, which I'm a little bit concerned about. So I'm trying to keep my eye on it to see where it is. There was also one over here as well, and indeed there still is. Now, I can hit this thing. I'll just tickle it. But unfortunately, I need to find a way around it. I might try and lure it back down towards Taingong if possible. But I need to try and uncover this land here so that I can get one of my trade vessels around there. Let's go ahead and build this farm, because we do need some additional food at Fidel. You're building a road, and that will connect up Ainsa to Prosperity. It'll be better when we get mag rails, but we don't have the tech for that yet. Trade convoy is going to go back to Camp Cascade, because it gives us a huge amount of energy per turn. Because we're only getting 37 per turn, and that's giving us 24 of it, so that's quite nice. That TAT jet is at its final resting place, so it can just stay on air intercept. So what I'm currently doing is working on the transcendental equation, which is one of the three methods of getting two parts of the signal required for the contact victory. So there are three ways to get two parts of the signal. One is to use a scout to make an expedition on a... Oh, there we go. We have mechatronics. So quests and victories, victory types, contact victory. So you can use an explorer to create an expedition on progenitor ruins, which gives you a slim chance of getting one of the parts of the signal. You can launch the Deep Space Telescope orbital unit, which is what we're going to be working on towards now. We need to get astrodynamics and then whatever the tech is after that. And the third option is to research the transcendental equation. Well, we've already researched the transcendental equation and we are currently working on the project here. That will be done in 4 turns. So we just need to get the tech, which is astrodynamics, into orbital automation. That will allow us to build the Deep Space Telescope and indeed the Planet Carver. But it will allow us to build the Deep Space Telescope, which we will need to attempt to get the second part of the signal. So all is good there. I remember what I was doing with you. You're the guy that's actually building this road all the way down here. It's a bit of a long road, but remember, we do have Supremacy level 3, so roads and mag rails do not cost any energy to maintain, which is really, really good. Hello, Mr. Kraken. Please don't kill me. I've got to use my Explorer to try and uncover a little bit of this, because I'm not entirely confident that my my little wee boat here is going to be able to manage it. I will take another pot shot at him and try and weaken him down where I can. I was hoping to uncover all of this coastline, which I probably will. I'm nearly there, and then I'm going to have to try and make a mad dash across the ocean and see if I can see what's on the other side. Find the other continent. I doubt there's going to be any good places to settle, but who knows? There may be some ruins or some crest satellites that haven't been found. And there may be some little islands that haven't been colonised yet. It's probably too much of a pain bothering to colonise one. But again, because all coastal cities actually automatically get a harbour, and because coastal cities are very, very easy to trade with, it does make it an awful lot easier to establish city connections and get them to grow. Now then, at least I can sneak past these guys without having to take the zone of control penalty. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sneak past them. I'm not going to attack on this turn. No point. So Ainsa has completed its TAT jet. We could go ahead and get the optical surgery for 4 additional health. We only have a population here of 8, and we have a health of 8, so it's a little bit pointless. So what are we going to do here? Let's go ahead and get another TAT jet. Now, Liqueur only has 10 of 13. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to purchase... Wow, can't even afford it. It also gives you +1 health from silica, so it is quite nice. But can't actually afford to get that at the moment. I might just hard build it when the time comes. Because by then we might have actually increased in population, and then we will have 14 pop, and we'll actually benefit from the full 4 extra health we'll get from that. So that's not too bad. You're building a road, so go ahead and do that. You have pretty much done what I wanted you to do, and you've landed next to a kraken. You're probably going to die. Sorry about that, fella. You have constructed that farm. Let's go ahead and get that. Actually, is it in? Well, it doesn't matter if it's not in range. We can't work it, but we'll still get the ferraxite, so it's worth having. TACjet is going to rebase to Prosperity, because like I said, we're going for 3 in every city. That's the intention here. I see that the African Union has now actually moved most of its units out of the miasma and is trying to heal them up, but as soon as they get to full health, it'll just move them back into the miasma. Yeah, unfortunately, oddly enough, my explorer didn't even get killed by the kraken. It actually got killed by that sea dragon, which is very, very annoying. But that's the coast uncovered anyway. So, what have we got here? A lot of nasty units that I'd like to deal with, but it's a little bit tricky. I would like to try and find the other continent, and I think that's what I am going to try and do. So I will nip over here, try and make a clear path. I may be able to escort my another explorer over there at some point. In fact, I probably will try and do that. You can go ahead and work on the ferraxite. You have now connected up the roads there. You might as well come down here and do the same things with Liqueur, actually. Is it worth getting another scout? It probably is, if that ship survives. Don't know if it will. Might do. You've still got a long way to go to get there, though, which is a little bit disappointing. I would like to get another scout on that other island. Let's give it a go. We've got the money. We can do it. So we're going to go into here. We're going to purchase. We're going to get ourselves an explorer. Except we can't because we've got a unit garrisoned in the city. So let's just take you and move you out. You will take a little bit of damage on the next turn, but that's fine because we'll move you back in and you can heal. So we're going to purchase an explorer. And we'll get him round to where our boat is. Covert Ops, what actually happened? We successfully siphoned 673 energy from Megan, and we were undetected, which was quite nice. It must have been being blockaded here because it said we didn't. Oh, this didn't have a city connection, of course, because even though it had a harbour, we didn't have a clear path. And it's only now that we've uncovered all of this coastline that we've actually got a clear, unbroken chain of tiles to our capital. So that's actually connected up now, which is really nice. Let's go back into Megan and try and steal more money from them because it is funny. What else do we have? Not an awful lot. TACjet, you are in your final resting place again, so you're just going to go on to Intercept. Trade Convoy, you were going to there previously, so just carry on with that. And on to the next turn. Very annoyed about Explorers being so squishy. It was much better when the level 1 in Purity stopped Explorer units from being attacked by aliens, because at least it meant you could get across the water safely. Looks like we're being attacked by that sea dragon. They do quite a lot of damage to me. I mean, I do a lot of damage to them, but they do a lot of damage to me also. And of course, I'm at sea, so I can't really repair. I'm going to back off one tile and shoot back at him. I won't quite finish him off, but it does a significant amount of damage to him. Unfortunately, I can't even bring this ship back to sort of repair up. Tech stolen. We've managed to steal the fabrication technology. Wow, we were detected, but we've stolen fabrication. That is actually fantastic, because what that means now is that means we can go ahead and that means we can actually go ahead and start building mag rails. So we're going to have to go upgrade the roads that we've already built. A little bit of a pain, but not the end of the world. So what are we going to do over here? Let's go ahead and get the auto plant and get some extra production going. This Explorer, we still need to get him all the way back over where he was going. Let's get the Marine back in there so you can heal up. We'll just put you on 45. You'll heal anyway because you're not moving. You are actually going... Well, you might as well start now. We can build mag rails. Costs 2 energy per turn to maintain, but that isn't the case because of our supremacy. Trade Convoy, looks like we were going to both of these, so looks like we're going to have a second convoy somewhere. Indeed we do. So you can carry on to that. And what needs... Oh, another trade convoy. Yep, carry on with previous. All my trade convoys seem to be ending on the same turn. That's good. Okay, on to the next turn. That's... Oh, we've got another unit that needs orders. Is it you again? I'm just going to back up a tile and just quickly change this to mag rails. It'll make it much faster to move units. It is a long way, so we might as well do it with mag rails as opposed to building a road and then going back and building mag rails afterwards. Let's just do mag rails all the way along. We will have to replace this section here, but that's not too terrible. It's only, what, 3 tiles? And we've got to replace this one. Did we build a road there? No, so we're only replacing 4 road tiles. It's not terrible. Looks like the ARC's declared war on the KTP. Well, we figured that was probably going to happen at some point. We've completed the transcendental equation. That is fantastic. So we should now... contact. Yeah, we've got one of the 2 pieces completed of the signal. Okay, so that is good. So, Prosperity, what are you going to build here? You should probably go ahead and get a Vivarium. It wouldn't be a terrible idea. Ainsa has completed Attack Jet. You can go ahead and... Now, you have titanium, so it's probably worth building alloy foundries. And we're going to build these anywhere we get titanium now. Veterancy gained. You've actually gained a veterancy. Now, I'm going to give you the instant recovery of HP. Going to hunt down that bloody sea dragon. There it is. So let's destroy you. And see if we can get you safely over there. And we can then escort you. You've got that connected up now. Should we go ahead for the Phyrexite first? Or should we try and get something that's a little bit more foody? Because we don't have a lot of food over here. There aren't an awful lot of great food tiles. We don't actually have the tubers yet. We could quite easily purchase that tile. It's only 95 energy. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we can move into there and start working that. What we could probably also do, which isn't a terrible idea... No, in fact, we can't quite reach. I was thinking if we could buy these 2 tiles just to pop the AI's units out of them would make life a little bit easy. So I think what I'm going to do is rebase down to Fidel. And we'll just keep producing TAT jets. It is costing us quite a bit of money because obviously there are maintenance charges for them. We probably don't need to have 3 in every city, to be honest. We could probably just manage with 2. So I might just try and get 2 in Ainsa, maybe 3 in Liqueur, and 2 in Fidel. So obviously you always want to protect your capital slightly harder than anything else. Obviously I do have to be careful of my worker units in miasma because we're not immune to the miasma. So I do have to watch out for them. I've probably lost a couple without even realising it. So I will actually move you out and heal you up a little bit because you have taken a fair bit of damage there. What have we got over here? We've finished that thorium reactor, which is very, very nice. Is there anything we can build in a reasonable amount of time? I guess we could go for the recycler. It's quite nice. We also still need to get the other trade vessel going, actually. So let's go ahead and do that. What tiles are you working? Because you don't seem to be building anything particularly quickly. You have 3 citizens. 1 food, 1 energy. I'd sooner you be working something that had a little bit more production. Admittedly, oh, you're stagnating. You're not going to grow very fast at this rate, are you? But you would be able to build that... Yeah, there's not a lot of good food tiles here. Well, we'll carry on with the stagnation for the time being. I don't mind that too much right now. We'll sort that out later on. You're going to continue around. We'll try and get you over with our ship. You've built the farm there, which is fantastic news. I think we'll come across here and we'll get that titanium hooked up. And we have a trade convoy. You can carry on going where you were before. Do want to be careful because we do know that there are krakens and stuff around. There's a kraken. Unfortunately, I can't move away from it now. It's actually quite low on health. I might be able to finish it off, actually. It's a possibility. You're going to go ahead and construct the plantation. Once we've got that up and running, we'll have a decent amount of food at this city. Well, it won't be amazing, but it'll certainly help. As for you, air intercept, and on to the next turn. I wonder who will actually get to that Phyrexite. I mean, it's only 3 Phyrexite, so it's not an amazing amount. I think McGann was there first, but obviously it depends on which direction their borders have grown and how much culture they're outputting. It's possible that we might expand to there, but who knows. Prosperity, you have completed the Vivarium. What are we going to go for here? Should we get a launch complex? It's not a bad idea. We do have to pay to maintain it, and we don't exactly need it, because it doesn't matter where we put the thing. Oh, could we get... No, I haven't even researched anything that allows me to build the satellites. Is it worth building an optical surgery? It's probably going to be at some point. Does cost us a bit of Phyrexite, but we are getting more, so that's not too bad. You're going to heal up for now, because you've actually taken a little bit of damage. Going to work you around. Not sure whether I'm going to go up through the water or cut across the land with this guy yet. I haven't quite decided. Where has that Kraken gone? He's actually over there. We'll take another pot shot. We'll be able to get him down fairly low. I don't think the Krakens can one-shot the second tier ships, but he'll certainly be able to do a huge amount of damage to it. Again, you want stuff for favours, which I'm going to instantly decline because there's absolutely no benefit in it for me. Now, obviously, we don't want to go ahead and try building these optical surgeries everywhere. As good as they are, it just costs too much in terms of Phyrexite to actually make it worthwhile. So we do have to be a little bit careful. We do get to develop another virtue, and we might even be able to kill this Kraken. And in fact, we have. That's quite nice. Did we get some XP for that? Apparently we don't. We're already level 3, so he's not going to get any more there. Develop a virtue. Right, let's go ahead and get this community medicine. We're currently at plus 6 health. That's now put us up to plus 11. That's actually quite a nice number, because we now get minus 2% intrigue in our cities from hostile covert ops, and we get 6% production bonus in our cities. If we actually start getting above that sort of figure and getting into the 20s and the 30s and the like, you actually get additional science, you get additional culture, and lots of other nice stuff. So it's worth trying to get the health as high as possible. And it can be done. It does take a little while, but it can be done. Okay, so what are you doing? You're doing that titanium mine. On to the next turn, I guess. Still trying to decide whether or not it's worth moving down here for this Phyrexite. I don't think it is. I don't think I really need to have a city down here. There isn't really enough stuff that's unique to have. And then we've got... Oh, we've finished the Markov Eclipse. Fantastic. So, yeah, we would have to clear a marsh, and then we've got a few tiles that we can't work because they've got these canyons in them. So, yeah, it's not a great area. So, production in Liqueur, the capital. Now, this is a good place to put an optical surgery. We are going to go ahead and do that. Yes, it is using up our Phyrexite, but we will get some more. When we actually reach Supremacy level 8, we'll get another 4 Phyrexite for free anyway. And we're currently connecting that Phyrexite up that is over there, so it's not too terrible. Let's continue to move around there as we were going to. Just going to use this guy to just scout around and make sure there isn't anything nasty and we can escort our guy safely. Trade vessel, you're going to continue to Liqueur. It's where you were going before. On to the next turn there. So we will be getting one more trade vessel at our newest city. We'll be able to send that to one of the AI cities for a little bit more energy and science per turn. I'm still not at the point with this game yet where I can look at, okay, turn 226, 138 energy, science per turn, is that good or bad? Yeah, still haven't kind of worked that out yet, but we'll see how that goes. What have we built here? We finished the trade vessel. That is fantastic. Saito Nursery wouldn't be bad, because it would actually give us 1 production as well as 1 science and 1 health. It's only 5 turns to build, so it's probably a really good thing to do. You're just going to continue around here. You should be quite safe. And we should be able to stack them up. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll do that. So do nothing on that turn. It's going to be slow moving over to the other side, but we will manage it. So now we can actually trade with a lot of our cities. We'd mainly be giving stuff out and not getting stuff back. We could get a couple of production per turn. We can't really get any food back, so we might as well trade with one of the AIs. Gaining 6 science per turn is quite nice, and I don't think we've got a trade route running with those people yet, so let's go and do that, and that'll give us a little bit more of a positive modifier with them. Still at the top of the scores. We're actually pulling away from the ARC now, so I'm quite happy about that. I haven't really seen Slavic Federation's score increase in quite some time. Yep, there we go. So Pan Asian Cooperative. Oh, it's not the R. Is it the RAC? The American something something something. The American Reclamation Corporation. Yeah, the ARC. Can never remember what they are. Just kind of remember initials. ARC, the PAC, the KTP or the KP, whatever you want to call it. The African Union, the Slavic Federation. Don't exactly roll off the tongue, do they? Okay, you've nicely healed. You might as well come back here. You can go ahead and finish that mag rail. It'll be fine. So what have we got here? Explorer unit. So you can only move 2 tiles per turn. So it's going to be it is going to be slow going, but we will get you there safely. I'm determined to do it. You're going to go down here now and build another mag rail section. On to the next turn. Micromanaging these roads. There's not really any point to micromanaging them, but it helps. It makes me feel better. Okay, so the KTP and the RAC have now peaced out. Well, that was a long war. Not sure if any of them lost anything. And they are both on different continents, so I'm not, unless the PAC have got anything over here. Where are you, actually? You're there. So we could go the other way around. We're certainly going to have a good scout and see what we can find. Speaking of which, let's move the Explorer. He's allotted 2 tiles this turn. Very, very slow movement. It's really bad. Do I want to use you to construct the mag rail, or do I want to just keep upgrading tiles with you? I think I just want to keep upgrading tiles with you. So let's go ahead and do that wrestle in there. So now that tile can definitely stay locked in because we need the food. And still growing in 12 turns. That's not terrible. So I think we'll leave it at that. This worker, you finished with that. Okay, this... Right, the fibres will be out of range. We can't work them with anybody. We can go ahead and work the wrestling, so let's go ahead and upgrade that. On to the next turn. Let's wait for all the AI turns to process. And we can choose production in Ainsa because that's finished the alloy foundry. That's quite nice. I'm not going to go and build the optical surgery here. I think it's a little bit of a waste. Let's go ahead and get another couple of tac jets going. Up to 12 health still, which is very nice. As we already know, we have to be very, very careful with our Explorer and just escort him across this way. So let's go ahead and do that. This worker, you are going to build a paddock there for a little bit of additional science. Have a trade vessel. You can continue on with your previous route. And that's all I can do on this turn. So, as we're over the 20-minute mark, I'm going to call that the end of the video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Civilization Beyond Earth. And I'll see you on the next video. So, until then, goodbye for now.